Alright. It is time for yet another episode of I Cast Your Freaking Awesome Replays. It is, of course, the Observation Balloons Challenge, where you need to bring as many useless overlords, floating buildings, or just regular ground buildings if you're a Protoss to allow your generals to observe the battlefield. Down here in the bottom right, in the red, it's Nevo Cock. Does that mean something in another language, guys? Anyone? Nevo Cock? It's not quite a cock schlumpf, but I will nonetheless be quite amused. Up here in the top left, representing Taste the Bacon. It's not a wedgie, it's a Ouija. Which is basically how you say wedgie after you've had the ultimate wedgie. Where not only are your undies wedged inside yourself, they're actually crushing your manhood at the same time. You're like, Ouija! And your voice is really high and it's painful and it's embarrassing. So hats off to Ouija here for being a victim of many wedgies growing up. Now as an awesome Zerg player though, doesn't give a crap. He's ready to Ouija his opponent's back. If you guys want to get your replays in for next week, the challenge is binary impersonation. Do your best Alphastar builds. Bonus points if you try to convince your opponent you're Alphastar. How you do that, as always, is up to you. The challenges are, as always, flexible. A lot of people keep messaging me lately, hey, I want to send in some replays for Icyfar. Where do I find it? As always, my Twitch chat, twitch.tv/x5_pig. Type !Icyfar, I-C-Y-F-A-R, one word. Doesn't matter if it's capitalized or not, and my Nightbot will respond with all the up-to-date info. We still get lots and lots of people submitting replays from past topics or submitting them to the wrong avenue where weeks later, I find them in like a Facebook fan page message diary or something where I'm like, oh, I don't even read these messages. I don't get alerts for them or anything, unfortunately. And it's always a shame because some of those games are no doubt amazing. So guys, please do make sure you follow the submission guidelines in there. And if you're not sure what the challenge is, just hop over. Even if I'm not live, my Nightbot is always there giving you the info on what the up-to-date challenge is. Good luck with the Alphastar challenge, by the way, guys. Lots of different ways you can interpret that. If you don't know what Alphastar plays like, well, it plays like a goddamn robot. It plays weird. If you go and watch the recent VODs, you can see some stuff. If you watch it playing TLO versus Mana, TLO and Mana, sorry, you can see, you know, some of those older styles. It does a lot of weird shit, and there's a lot of very specific things it does that you can emulate. Now this one looks kind of cool, guys, because we have relatively lower APM, no orbitals, and this gets me excited. Because so far today, it's been much more kind of like Masters level play. High Diamond, Mid Masters, that sort of level. And I think Nevo Cock here, hovering at about 70 APM, Ouija at about 80 APM, it's getting me hopes up for a different level of game. I think this is a game where the pace might slow down a little bit, and we might get some characters in this game. Remember, both players, but I'm imagining it's Ouija who submitted the replay, are going to be trying to bring in overlords to observe the battlefield so the rich people can sit in there and sip their tea, look through their monocles, and get a bit excited as they watch the Zerglings die for the greater cause of the swarm. But this is great. It'll slow things down a bit. It means we might get to, you know, storytell a little bit, characterize. And speaking of characterizing, isn't it always funny, guys? Like this is so typical of like most nerd groups, right? If you're like at a StarCraft event, three like just really skinny little like unhealthy nerds like most of us are, and then there's that one guy who's clearly on steroids. Oh my god, there's two of them. Okay, this is clearly not a bunch of StarCraft players. This has become a Counter-Strike team at this point, where two of them are on steroids. You know it's become like Counter-Strike or Call of Duty. If you then see them all screaming, calling their opponents the C word, and that they fucked their mum, that's when you know it's Call of Duty. So that's a level below Counter-Strike as well. But at this point, it looks like more of a Counter-Strike sort of conglomeration here. These guys definitely know how to click on heads. They do have issues sometimes because they never stretch. And they do sometimes have trouble with their arms seizing up after, of course, lifting heavy metal objects all day and taking Adderall. So gonna have to see how they do. I feel like there's more and more on the way as well. So even though it's against a Zerg, we're seeing a very heavy steroid composition here. Whereas normally you see a lot more of these more fragile, kind of high damaged tactical marine usage in this matchup. So good to see Nevocock here. Says, you know what? I just like big guns. I like big guns in both senses of the word. I like my Punisher grenade launchers, and I like the big old biceps that wield them. Look at that. You see that? I told you his arm was tensed up. Did you see him? He was just doing this. He was kind of like, oh, my arm's cramping a little bit. Oh, I need to go get some more creatine. Because I know what creatine does. It's totally something to do with cramping. I know what these substances are. Absolutely. This guy's now going to inject probably some stem cells, because that's what you do as well to increase the muscle tone, right, guys? You know what's great, guys? People make fun of vegans all the time. They're like, oh my god, how do you know it's a vegan? Because they'll tell you, ha ha ha. But let's be real. Like, people that like spend too much time in the gym are like 1,000 times worse. Like, the ones you meet in real life always seem super cool and chill. And then there's like the ones who are on the internet telling everyone about the gym. And they're like, you know, like the ones that like sit there and like their whole goal in life is to just watch Twitter until someone talks about like a workout goal. And like all they do is like, oh, actually you should do this. And you're like, It's like, you know, there's like there's no such thing as working out wrong. And then there's these guys like, you're always working out wrong. Like all they do is just sit there like, well, actually like you should, you know, you're not gonna have enough tensile strength if you don't do enough of your reverse cowgirl lifts. And you're like, reverse cowgirl lifts? You're just making shit up, Nevocock. Stop telling me how to work out, you fucking weirdo. Oh shit, Baneling's getting caught out. Oh my god, guys, I have a sensation that Nevocock doesn't know how to spread right now. So I think what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be doing the attack move and roll the dice of hoping the Marauders are in front of the Marines. And this is going to be 50-50. Like, if you look at this army control right now, you can tell there's no way Nevocock's manually going to select those Marines and put them behind. Pure chance, and it looks like they're on the wrong side. No! No! There's even Overlords there to drop. Oh, he's going to run. Okay. He does do some stutter step. Like he knows how to stutter step in a control group. He's definitely not going to pull the Marines behind, though. Oh my god. All the rich generals observing that just got massacred. Ouija there, I think maybe going to Dicktown very quickly in this map. Remember, there's no healing for this bio whatsoever, guys. This is a real Wings of Liberty, just mass Marine Marauder. It's gonna try and smash through those Banelings. Desperately need to finish. Will they get there in time? They're rallying through. The Marines in the front. Oh my god. Not too bad there for Ouija, who has a 17 worker advantage, but needs to hang on. Queens being pulled to the front, drones in the open. I mean, another stim. If these queens can bait out a stim, that would be great. But Nevocock, showing some uncharacteristic patience, says, you know what? I've already injected 3 sets of steroids today. Let's take it easy for a little bit. This Zerg player's like, fuck, why'd I skip leg day? But he goes forward and he's gonna try and squat his way through this army, and he gets wrecked. Oh man, Nevocock. I would love to see those units stim in and kill some workers, but he's gonna try to regroup. Thing is, you don't get a lot of longevity with this push, guys. Speaking of longevity, oh god, he could drop like 8 mules right now. Wouldn't that be beautiful? He's gonna do another scan out here. Walking past some creep shimmers. Getting rid of the creeps is actually really going to help with your future pushes. We're looking at unupgraded Ling Bane in terms of Bane speed, but 1-1 just finished. So upgrade advantage to Ouija, who's got like no units right now, and the bio finds the morphing Banelings again. Oh, this is such a shit show, dude. Like, Ouija's just dead. Ouija was like, I'm gonna bring my overlords into the battle. Ha ha! And just got massacred in the middle of the map. It's trying to make Bane speed right now. Somehow these drones haven't died. Like, Nevocock has had position in the base of Ouija for a solid minute at this point, is finally starting to take out some workers in a hatchery. Marines in the front! Marines in the front! No! The Lings and Broodlings getting some nice surrounds. He's doing some pretty good stutter step here. I'd love to see a spread. Like, imagine if he just spread some units out and walked a Marauder into those Banelings at this point. But you know what? Stutter step will do it. Units lost is twice as efficient for Nevocock, who right now, I believe is really just, yeah. I mean, he's Nevo-cocking him. You know what I'm saying? I don't, so I'm actually asking you guys to make sense of what I'm saying, because I really don't know what I'm saying. Oh, Banelings! Watch out, dude! He just moved into the Banes! Oof. Does get one good hit, but I mean, this Ling Bane is coming in so disjointed. Oh, Banelings! Finally are gonna get a few hits, but like, he just cannot get on top of this bio push, but Thankfully for him, his opponent stopped producing for 2 minutes. He's at 2,500 resources and is now restarting. And Nevocock not dropping mules, not dropping more command centers, not dropping a starport. He's microing 1 Marauder and 1 Marine in the middle of the map. Ouija here. Getting the classic Hail Mary, where the Terran, when they're winning, starts to tunnel vision on a single unimportant unit rather than spending their 3,000 mineral bank. I actually like to call that the Pig Classic. It's my own special move. I do it almost every game I play Terran. It's, yeah, it's something most Terran players definitely enjoy that one. But it's cool. Stage 2 of Steroid Boy's coming across this map here. He's scanning ahead. And it's just non-stop bio. He's got lots of bio queued up. He's got +2 weapons on the way. Does not have the +2 armor upgrade, which is definitely a shame since he built that eBay. He's still, you know, amazing position as long as he spreads his units out. The problem is you can tell Nevocock here, I don't think he's ever going to spread his units out. He's always just going to stutter step, and the bigger and bigger the battle gets, the worse this is going to get, especially now that Baneling speed's done. This is like classic Terran player, right? It's like really nice skirmishes into like, I'm just gonna ball up and let Baneling set my whole army. Oh man, like Nevocock still has no business losing this game. No, don't move on to creep, don't do that! He's like, hey, I can kind of juke him this way. It's like, yeah, I mean, I don't often juke you guys ever been getting chased by police? I've tried that maneuver once. Back when I was a young lad, I have a bit of a history you guys don't know about. So one time, after stabbing a dude in the face, I had about 30 cops chasing me. I decided to run into the police station where they would never expect it. Turns out there was 20 more police inside and they arrested me immediately. I think it was just bad luck, to be honest. But yeah, juking a Zergling Bane army by diving deeper onto creep guys, that's up there with running into the police station to try and, you know, evade capture. It's, I'm not sure if the logic's too sound on that one. I'm not sure. I feel like maybe not. Maybe not. Nonetheless, Nevocock has just been rallying across, smashing this game so far. He's going to go for a 4th, has a 3rd up. I feel like if Nevocock can just transfer workers and drop mules and keep producing, like there's no way to lose this game. Right. As I say that though, I realize he's kind of sitting at home for a bit. Okay, command center lifts off. I think he was trying to make a planetary there. Not a bad choice, getting up a few planetaries. He's going to try and run down here. He's actually building a lot more Marines right now, not building Marauders out of these tech labs. He's still only on 5 barracks, going up to a 6th, but 2 of them do not have add-ons. That one and this one, adding barracks 1 at a time. The classic batching, as per always. And, here we go. Okay, they're like, look, all right, yeah, we may have almost lost the war, but you know what? I really do think we need to observe what's going on. I think we do need about 30 overlords just, you know, just casually sliding in. We need to watch what's going on. So, yeah, bring a casual 30 overlords into the battle. Why not? The Marine Marauder is going to chase that off for now, but having lost a command center always a little bit rough. And Ouija getting so much time to recover in this game. +3 attack on the way. Marines, Marauders building. Nevocock still at 1,600 minerals here. And it's going to start moving out forwards. We've got so many workers that have built up. Has he got 2-2? Oh, it's 2-2 versus 2-1. So an upgrade advantage for Ouija, who's deciding to go pure Baneling right now. Which, as long as your opponent knows how to spread out, is always going to be a losing composition in the long run. As long as your opponent knows how to spread out, is always going to be a losing composition in the long run. As long as your opponent knows how to spread out, is always going to be a losing composition in the long run. Nevocock scans mass Baneling and decides to spread out. Decides to spread out. Decides to spread out. Decides to spread out. Oh my god. Okay, he actually saves half the army by getting off creep. Ouija turns around, says it's not time yet. The ultimate wedgie is not prepared. The overlords do decide to take a closer look at the Marine Marauder. They say, yes, those are indeed Marines and Marauders. The Baneling's coming in for round 2. Nevocock taking some pretty nasty Baneling hits, but you know what? It's still not that bad a trade. I think the problem for Nevo is that the units lost is getting a little bit closer, but more importantly, a 3rd and a 4th is up. Ouija is up at 64 workers, and yes, the creep spread's looking terrible. The problem is, yeah, that base is saturated. Actually, the 4th is almost up as well. You know what? Nevocock's still going toe-to-toe. If Nevocock actually just keeps massing Marine Marauder and maybe builds some more SCVs, like, you can still overwhelm here for sure, especially when +3 finishes. But, I mean, at this point, I feel like at any moment, spreading out a Marauder-heavy army against a mostly Baneling army just wins you the game. The problem now is Ouija has mass Zergling, which wreck Marauders. You need a lot of Marines in the back to deal with that, and he does not have that. Is he going to stim? Every stim cannot be healed. Remember, there's no medevacs in this game, and that's a huge, huge pain. Nevocock's unit's wounded and never going to be getting any healthcare. No healthcare for you, or you, or you, or you. That's rough, man. Ultra Cavern building in the back there. We've got a 4th base going up here. Nevocock trying to do it. Ouija respreading creep, hanging on, making the Ultra Cavern because, of course, Space Cows, always the funnest way to do it. You can see the drone having a little bit of a dance in there. For those who don't know, this is a little bit like getting super fucking high. You have a really good time, you're giggling the whole time, you're spinning around in circles. Unfortunately, at the end of it, you do become a static structure. And your job is literally just to pop out Ultralisks out of your tiny little uterus one at a time. Can you guys imagine squeezing an Ultralisk out of there? No, you can't. It's because it's fucked. Meanwhile, Banelings! Oh, he's clumped up again! No! Nevocock! What is spreading? Baby, don't hurt me no more. I think, honestly, Nevocock probably used to play some sport where his friend is always like, spread him, baby, right before he like beat him. And he's like got this like problem where he thinks spreading is best. Spreading is great, guys. In StarCraft, spreading is like the best thing you can do. I'm saying, like, you want that butter evenly spread on that toast. You want those Marauders and Marines, you want them spread. Oh God. Repair, 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 repair. Ooh, good job, Drilly Boy. Drilly Boy starting to repair bit. Oh no, round 2. Oh no, Ouija comes in, takes out the planetary. There is still a base up on the other side. The problem for Nevocock is Nevocock has not been building workers and does not know how to spread the units out. Not bad starter step from Nevo all game long, but as you get to a bigger and bigger fight, there's only one thing Terrans need to do, and that's go to higher tech units or spread their bio out, or preferably both. And yeah, yes, if there's one problem most Terran players have, it's not understanding the different stages of their army's strengths and weaknesses. And we've seen this so much in the last few weeks with Terran players like, I'm doing good, I'm winning. And then they continue to just make Marine Marauder and just run them forward in a ball over and over again. Meanwhile, we do have, of course, the Zerg ball, which functions a little bit better. You attack move some Banelings, they're generally going to do a little bit better than Marine Marauder stemmed forward. If you want a pure stem A-move army, you probably could go pure Marauder, but you would need to spread it out in a gigantic line with some sort of anti-Zergling. So if you just spread it out before the fight and then got some Hellbats in there or something, you could actually do that. If you're like, I want to play no micro, let's do it. If you're playing Mass Marine 18 minutes into the game and you don't know how to spread your units out and you refuse to do it, you're going to have a bad time, and it's only a matter of time until you start posting balance complaints on the Battle.net forums and saying, Blizzard, why do you hate Terran? P.S. Terran hasn't won a championship in a GSL season or 2. Therefore, you hate Terran, I hate you, and I am going to once again clump my units and move them forward. We've got Hellbats coming in against Mass Baneling, not the counter. Unfortunately, those Hellbats, if they were added in earlier, could have got behind it. Against Ultralisks, those Space Cows, if you actually go and use Blue Flame on them, it is like, have you guys ever had a pet that liked a hairdryer? You know, when you put the hairdryer in the warm setting, not the hot setting, and like you do it on it, and the thing is like, this is the best thing. That's like an Ultralisk with Blue Flame. You can have like 30 Blue Flame aliens all shoot an Ultra, and it just kind of smiles and is like, ooh, scratch my tummy again. Ultralisks love that shit. By the way, Ultras all have really generic kind of older fashioned manly names. This is Gary, Bruce, and Bob. So Gary, Bruce, and Bob, of course, are going to lead the Zerg charge in this next fight. Now, Marauders can take them out, especially with that +3 attack. We've got Kindness Plating, though, and +3 armor on the way, so they're going to survive quite a few hits. Gary, Bruce, and Bob also do splash damage. Pretty good against a giant army that sits in a ball. A giant army that sits in a ball. Oh, yeah, going to backstab. This game's about to go into the Chaos Zone. Nevocock doesn't lift off the command center. Oh, no. Oh, no. Nevocock's going to try and catch this army back. There's up 40 army supply. Some libs in here would have actually been godlike. That's like another army. You just like siege libs on top of Mass Marauder. Most Zergs don't know how to fight that, guys. It's like really funny to watch. Thor Hellbat, another good one. Another good one. Lots of good A-move comps that most players don't know how to fight, Protoss or Zerg, until you get to like a really high level. Mass Widow Mine's a good one. Just spread Widow Mines all over the map. Watch your opponent die. Now, of course, Ouija does want to bring these. Oh, has finally upgraded the observation balloons. Mass Overseer, spreading units on both sides. One observation balloon goes down there. The Ling Bane coming in from behind is going to try and intercept this, but yeah, it's a little bit awkward here. A lot of Banelings do go down on that, but Ultra Baneling on the base. Gary, Bruce, and Bob smash through that planetary fortress. They don't give a shit. And this Ling Bane here just harassing the reinforce. Actually a lovely move from Ouija, who looks like he does want to return the wedgie to the steroidal motherfucker Terran. He's like, you know what? I got a lot of wedgies from you fucking, you know, jocks, you goddamn football team motherfuckers. I know how you go. Does drop 400 changelings to provide complete vision of the opponent's base, and is going to be returning across the map. So guys, Mass Marine Marauder Elbat on creep, 30 army supply lead. Unfortunately for Nevocock, we see a Zerg that knows how to make splash damage against a Terran deep on creep, and once again guys, he's decided to hide in the police station. Now yes, there's 6 of them, they've got assault rifles, it looks like it's going well for them. Hiding in the police station is good. Oh wait, I think the police may have just unlocked their arms locker, they've pulled out some automatic weapons, the SWAT team's here, and it's welcome to Dicktown! Did they just fall back to the prison cell? I think they just fell back to the jail cell inside the fucking police station right there. I think that was the moment where they're like, well, they've got it. It's a SWAT team. There's only one way to go. We gotta go deeper into the police station to avoid this. So they dropped their guns, pulled out knives, and ran towards the SWAT team. The SWAT team coming back here for Ouija, and he says, revenge for every wedgie you gave me in high school. And I love the move forward there as they click on an Ultralisk. That, oh. Please donate to get me a fresh change of pants. That was disgusting. GG's. And yes, there was a 6,500 gas bank for Ouija in that game. Nice.